Never has it been known that love knows not its own depth until the hour of separation, said Khalil Gibran. When your love is taken away from you, it pains. But having no voice to express that pain can make you break down. And so, once upon a time, Rob was worried about Ringo, not like a zookeeper should be worried about a majestic African lion, but because there was something, almost human about Ringo. Rob would sit and stare at Ringo's enclosure for hours together. On some days, Ringo would stare back, and on other days, he would just sit in the shade and stare at nothing at all. Ringo had been brought to the zoo only 2 months ago, and for Rob, it was love at first sight. Tall and lean and royal, with a mane that would put any other lion to shame, Ringo was just the most handsome animal he had ever seen. Ringo was also the saddest animal he had ever seen. He would not eat, sleep. He would moan instead of roaring like a lion should be roaring. Something was surely off. Rob only wished there was a way of finding out. Have you heard of Nancy, the psychic? His wife asked him over dinner one evening. Rob shook his head. She's an animal psychic, talks to animals, or you could say she picks up on the thoughts of the animals. Rob laughed out loud. Don't be ridiculous, that cannot be. His wife shrugged and said nothing more. The next morning, when Rob saw Ringo forlorn, he thought back to the conversation about Nancy. What did he have to lose by calling her to meet Ringo? Perhaps it was a good idea. Nancy was a petite young woman with an easy smile. She came by on a gray Saturday morning, and Rob quickly took her across to meet Ringo. She was at once saddened on seeing Ringo, as if Ringo was saying something to her. Ringo, on his part, found a shoulder to cry on in Nancy. They stared at each other for a good 10 minutes. At the end of the 10 minutes, Nancy began to cry. And Ringo, he turned around and walked away. Did you bring him from the Munich Zoo 2 months back? Quizzed Nancy. Rob couldn't believe that Ringo had told her that. Did Ringo tell you that? Nancy confirmed. He also told me that there is a lioness by the name of Lily who shared the enclosure with him in Munich. They were in love. He brought him here and separated the lovers. He is devastated and thinks of her all the time. Nancy left Rob very thoughtful. 2 weeks later, Ringo lazily ambled out of his shed to find Lily waiting for him in his enclosure. With a roar of delight, he ran to her. Then both Lily and Ringo rolled on the grass in a dance of lovers reuniting. Rob watched the whole scene unfold in front of his eyes. It was worth all the pain and circumventing the red tape to bring Lily there. This time, he did not need a psychic to tell him that there was just one universal language, and that was love.